In today's video, we're going to talk about how to combine your bodyweight training with your kicking. A lot of people who kick practice their upper body strength through bodyweight training. A lot of martial artists in general like to do bodyweight training. That doesn't mean that you don't want to use resistance bands or weights or anything else, but bodyweight training is a part of it. So when you do your push-ups, when you do your pull-ups, when you do your dips, muscle-ups, handstand push-ups, what can you do to work on your kicks? You might have special time, a special segment in your workout when you work on the kicks, but sometimes people say, well, I do the chin-ups, I do the pull-ups, I do the dips, my legs are not doing anything anyway. What can I do to work on my kicks? Well, the most obvious thing that comes to mind, of course, is to lift the legs forward. Okay? So you might be hanging down here, and you would lift one leg forward, or other leg forward, or both legs forward. Okay, this of course will work the abdominals, will work the hip flexors, but of course you're going to get the abdominals in. One of the things that I propose you do is keep the other leg back and bend as much as possible. What that's going to do, if you keep the other leg bent like so, by forcing it to go back, your pelvis is going to be stabilized, and it's not going to be just the front of your core that's working here. We're going to have the whole core activated, and this is going to resemble your kicking technique a little bit more, so it's not going to be just the anterior chain and that's it. So it looks like this. One leg comes back as far as possible, the other leg goes forward. One leg comes back as much as possible. You can do this as a kick, or you can do this as a straight leg, okay? But try to keep the other leg back as much as possible, and you're going to have that distribution of even pressure from the front to the back, resemble more of the kick and the control you want in your kick, as opposed to simply flexing forward. So that is the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do is work on your abductors. Remember, it's very difficult to hit the abductors by themselves. Very often when we go to one side and we lift the leg into the kick, we're going to have some kind of core work in there. So if you want to work purely on your abductors and not to have the core work, you got to move them at the same time. Of course, there's exercise on the floor that can do that, but if we're here on the bar, the simplest thing to do is to fly the legs out. So you might have them this wide off the floor. You do the pull-up, bring them together, back down, legs wide, pull up, bring them together, okay? Or you can just hold yourself here for a while and fly your legs out to the side. Of course, notice that the fly of the legs is not going to be as difficult as the pull-ups. Most people can do 8 to 12 on average. Some people can go up to 20. 20 repetitions of leg flies, of course, is not the same thing as 20 pull-ups. So be prepared that if you don't feel it here, you might have to just simply hang here for a while. Okay, adjust your position and work on the fly. Because if you try to do the fly every time you do the chin up for the pull-up, of course you're going to do more flies, and by the time your pulling muscles are tired, your legs are not going to be. So of course, flexing the legs forward or a little bit out to the side would work on the front kicks, front leg kicks. Zaichik, hook kick, roundhouse will work by the abductors. The same thing can be done while you're working on your dips. Okay, you can either hold this position and you can practice your kicks. Okay, notice I'm bringing the other leg back. I'm not just doing this, okay? If I want to do it as a kick, or I can do it as a straight leg. Or I can do the same thing with the dips. However, once again, for most people, the pushing muscles here, chest, shoulders, triceps, are going to get tired a lot faster than your legs. And you will do the same thing, bring your legs out to the side. The upper body gets tired before your legs. You can find a comfortable position here and bring the leg out to the side. Of course, you're going to have to bend your knees, because when your arms are straight, you don't have that range of motion. So there's some of the things that you can do. There's a lot more to work on your kicks while you work on your upper body. To some people, this exercise is new. To some people, this exercise is old. And to some people, it's something that you already thought about, you just never practiced. Give it a shot. I'm Zaichik. Thank you for watching.
Finish. Good today. Outside. We'll go this way. Good. This side.